Okay, so students, we are going to discuss the next application of derivative. Okay, so in the first exercise you have seen derivative, that a rate of change we have used there, and we have find out most of the question there, rate of change, right? And the derivative we have used there. Now in this exercise we will use it as a slope. Okay, slope of tangent. I know we know that through derivative we can find out slope of tangent as well as rate of change also. Okay, so in the first exercise it was all about rate of change. Now second exercise it's all about slope of tangent. Okay, now see here how we are going to apply this application. Now see here, if I have already explained this one, but still a brief explanation on this. Okay, suppose I write down one function. Okay, anything, f of x something function. Now you know that every function have a graph, some picture will be there, right? So suppose the picture of this function is something like this. Okay, something like this. Now see here, in this graph you can see this is what, increasing, right? This graph is increasing here from this point. Suppose this point is 1 till here it is 2. So this one is suppose 3. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5, like this. Okay, now see here carefully, this graph here means this function here it is increasing, means it is going up and up and up. Increasing means what? As for x value, your y value will keep on increasing here till 2. Okay, now at 2 it will be fixed here. After that you will see your graph will change again. For every x value it will start decreasing. Now y value will keep on decreasing, and then again here it will fix. From here it will again change. Okay, you can see after 3 it will be again increasing, the graph is increasing, right? Now this is I have drawn and then explain you, right? And from here you can understand, the moment you will see the graph you will understand that the graph from 1 to 2 it is increasing, right? From 2 to 3 it is decreasing, then 3 to 4 it is increasing, right? 3 to 4 it is increasing, then 4 to 5 again it is increasing. So by looking at the graph you can easily figure out, right, that this is increasing here, decreasing here, increasing like this. Now without drawing graph we can tell what kind of graph it will have. It will from 1 to 2 it will increase, the graph will increase or decrease, we can tell without drawing graph. Now how I can tell that one? With the help of derivative. So see here how I am going to use this derivative. Derivative means what? This one is slope of tangent. Now how I will use slope of tangent here? Now see, slope of tangent how I can use to tell the graph is increasing or decreasing from 1 to 2. So see here, at this point if I draw a tangent like this, okay, the tangent will be something like this, right? At this point tangent will be something like this, this point tangent will be like this. Now if you see carefully, this tangent it is making what angle? Less than 90 degree, right? So tan derivative means what? Derivative means nothing but slope of tangent. Slope of tangent means tan theta, right? Now tan theta, you can see theta here is less than 90 degree. Less than 90 degree means whatever value you will get, tan theta whatever it is, it will be positive. That's confirmed because it is lying on the first quadrant, right? Angle it is on the first quadrant, so tan of this angle is equal to positive value, right? Now you can check here also what kind of value it will give. With x-axis it will make again less than 90 degree, means tan of this angle will be again positive. This positive means what? Your derivative is positive. Okay, derivative is positive. Now for this tangent also obviously it is making less than 90 degrees, so tan of theta, this angle will also be positive. Now if you check here carefully, okay, here if you check this kind of tangent you will have, right? Now this tangent you can see what angle it is making with x-axis, more than 90 degree. More than 90 degree means it will lie on the second quadrant, right? More than 90 degree means second quadrant. In second quadrant tan is negative. So you will see for this point means from 2 to 3, any point you take, any point, this point or this point or this point, any point you take, you will see that the tan of angle will be negative, means derivative is negative here. So from this can I say Whenever your derivative is negative, negative means what? The slope will be like this, slope of tangent, right? Means it will be greater than 90 degree. Greater than 90 degree means it will be, the graph will be something like this, decreasing. Okay, so here you can see when the graph is increasing, you can see at any point you find out the slope of tangent, that is tan of angle you find out. Here derivative you will get always positive. For every tangent you find out slope of tangent, you will find it will be positive. But here if you find out, it will be negative. And at this peak point, if you find out tangent, what you will get? What angle it is making with x-axis? 0 degree. It is parallel, right? Parallel means how much angle it is making? 0 degree. So whenever angle is 0 degree, your tan of 0 is 0, right? That is slope of tangent will be 0 here. Slope of tangent 0. So whenever you get slope of tangent 0 means what? ddx of, with respect to anything it might be, okay? Right now I'm using x, so I'm writing ddx, okay? F of x, you will get 0. Derivative 0 means, or you can write tan of theta is equal to 0. Derivative 0 means we will understand there it is having the highest point of, you can say the neutral point. From here it will change, the graph will change, okay? So when your derivative is 0, we will understand it is the peak point, okay? Peak point means, or you can say it is a neutral point, okay? This is called neutral point. The graph will change there, okay? Now if the graph is like this, we know that it will be, the tangent will be positive. So see here what I'm going to do with derivative. You can see, if I have any kind of function, what we will do, we will find out derivative of that first, okay? Once we will get derivative, suppose this is, suppose example I'm not taking, okay? Suppose function is x square, so derivative of x square will be twice of x. Now you see, if I put here, suppose I want to know from 1 to 2, the graph will increase or decrease, means the graph will go up or down. I'm not drawing with the help of this function. We know how to draw graph here, but without drawing graph, I will tell you that the graph will increase or decrease here. So to do that, what I will do, I will put one value between this. Suppose 1.5. If I put 1.5, what you will get? 2 into 1.5. You know that it will be positive value, right? It's how much? 3. So you can see derivative positive means tangent will be like this, right? Tangent like this means that your graph is something like this. That's why your graph is, your tangent is positive. If the graph would have been decreasing, means like this, okay, then the tangent will be like this. Can you see? Then it would make x with x-axis greater than 90 degrees. Then you will never get this one positive. Since you got positive, means your graph is increasing. Is it clear? So when your derivative is positive, so I can say that from 1 to 2, any point you take, okay? If it is giving positive, we will understand the graph is increasing. Okay, so I hope you have understood with the help of this example how we can use derivative to find out if the graph is increasing or decreasing. So here this is very important to understand. Once you understand this one, you can solve any kind of problem in increasing and decreasing function, means in exercise 6.2. Obviously some complicated question will be there, but we will solve that one using this concept only. Okay, so try to understand your graph. If your derivative of a function, okay, this is application. Remember, I want to know what here, the function, the graph of this, it is increasing or decreasing, I want to find without drawing graph. So to find that, always find out derivative of this, and from which interval you want to find out, at which interval you want to find out whether the graph is increasing or decreasing. From that interval you take any point here in the derivative. If the derivative is positive, that is greater than 0, it will be increasing. If it is less than 0, decreasing. If it is equal to 0, neutral. Okay, neutral, or you can say that it is constant. Constant means it is parallel to x-axis. The graph will be parallel. If your graph is something like this, it might be like this also, right? So if you take, this is suppose 4, this is suppose 5. If you take 4 to 5 any point and find out derivative, you will see that the slope will be 0. Here also take any point between 5, 4 and 5. It will be 0, 0, 0, 0. Everywhere it will be 0. Okay. So if it is 0, you can understand the graph is parallel to x-axis. Okay. Constant. And if it is greater than 0, increasing. If it is less than 0, decreasing. So understanding this one is very important. So I hope you have understood the application of derivative in the graph. The application here is, without drawing graph, we can tell whether the graph will be increasing or decreasing. Okay, so let's use this in your exercise 6.2. Okay, your first question is very simple and basic. They have given you, try to understand carefully, show that the function given here, this is the function. So obviously this will have some graph, right? Now that graph is increasing on R, you have to show. Okay, means at any real number. Means what they have said here is, when you take x anything, means this is your x-axis, this is your y-axis, right? So if you take any interval 1 to 2, or because they have said on real number, right? So anything, wherever you will see, at 2 if you want to see, or 2 to 3 you want to see, the graph will always increasing. It will keep on increasing, means it will go something like this. And you know that it is a linear equation, right? So it's a straight line, obviously. So say straight line will be something like this. It won't be like this. Confirm. Okay, why? Because they have said, show that the function, this one is increasing. Increasing means what? The graph will keep on increasing like this. Okay, it won't be like this. This graph we always discuss from left to right. So when I will discuss from left to right, you can see from here I will draw. So it is decreasing, it is going downward. That can you see? So if I draw from left side, this one, this is increasing, it is going upward. So I have to show that the graph is going like this without drawing graph. So if you draw graph of this one, you will get something like this. I can assure you that one. Okay. Now without drawing this, how I can say? So see here, I will use the application of derivative here. So what I will do here is, I will simply find out derivative of this function. So first thing, let me write down. Number 1, this is solution. Okay. Given fx equal to 3x plus 70. So this is a function, means this, it will have a graph. Now what kind of graph? It will be increasing or decreasing. Now you have to show increasing on real number. On real number means on any point. If you take x anywhere, everywhere the graph is increasing, you have to show, right? So for that I will derive first. Now differentiating, you can write differentiating fx with respect to, or f with respect to x. What we will get? F dash x is equal to 3 only, right? Constant is 0, 3x, derivative is 3. So you can see derivative is, which is greater than 0. Greater than 0 means, you can write in bracket increasing. Okay. Since f dash x is greater than 0, therefore fx for x belongs to R is increasing. Can you see? Simply I have find out derivative and I got greater than 0. 3, right? Derivative of this function I got greater than 0. If it is greater than 0, we know that this function will increase, means the graph of this one will be increasing. So simply I have written down here greater than 0, then fx for x belongs to real number is increasing. Okay, the function for x belongs to any real number is increasing. Now I will show you this one in the graph. So you can see I have already written the function here. Okay, so if you see carefully, the function is fx equal to 3x plus 17. This was the function, right? Now if I draw a graph of this one, see carefully what kind of graph it will be. Can you see? The graph is this one. See, I told you it will be something like this, increasing. Everywhere it is increasing, you can see. Wherever you will take, okay, here or here or here. Graph always from left to right we used to see, okay. So from left to right, if you see, it will be always increasing. Whatever you will make, how small it will make, you will see it will always increase. Okay. So that is how application. Answer is very simple to write down here. You can see. Okay. So this was very basic question. Number 2. Number 2, you can see fx is given e to the power 2x. So let's find out derivative of this. So you write down differentiating with respect to x, okay? So this will be derivation of this one will be, we know that ddx of ex is what? Ex only, right? But in place of x now what you have? 2x. So what you will get here? ddx of this one will be ex, but in place of x you have 2x, so 2x you have to derive again. So ddx of 2x, again you derive this one, so you will get 2 here, right? So 2e2x. Okay, so you got exponential to power 2x. Now this one you see carefully, if I take any x value, I want to know this function graph of this one, whether it is increasing or decreasing. Now you have to show that this is increasing at all point, right? At all point means at any real number they have said. You can see increasing on r, they have said. On r means for any x, okay? Means in the graph if you see x, whatever you will take, there the graph is always increasing, it is going upward like that. So you have to show that one right here. Now see here carefully, exponential, you know e is what? E is like pi, right? Some constant value you have, 2.18 something like that, right? So if this is 2 point something like this, okay? So if you take x anything means what? You can take 0, greater than 0 or less than 0. So what kind of value it will give, whether it will be positive or negative. If this is positive, then we know that the graph will increasing. If this is negative, we know this will decrease, the graph of this one will be decrease. If it is 0, then it will be neutral, right? Now see here, if I put 0 here first, okay, for on all real number you have to check, not only some particular interval, okay? So for all x we have to check here. So x, if I take 0, what you will get? In the graph I will show you, 2e to the power 2 into 0 is 0. So anything to the power 0 is 1, right? So 2 into 1, it's 1. So greater than 0 you got. So for x equal to 0, the graph is increasing, we know that. Now next, if I take x greater than 0, anything positive number you take here. So e to the power any positive number greater than 0. Say I will take 7 or 8 or 9 or 10, whatever greater than 0 you take here, or 2 you take. 2 into 2 it will be 4. Right, so 2.18 to the power 4 will be what? Obviously it will be a positive number greater than 0, right? So for greater than 0 also this will be positive, whole thing will be positive, right? So from, we know that in the graph from 0 to infinity x, if you take here, we know the graph will increase, okay? Something like this, it will go up, that's it, okay? Next, if I take x less than 0, if I take this value, then the graph will go up or down, we don't know, let's find out. So if I take negative value, say e to the power minus 2 I have taken. So if I take minus 2, it will be what? 2 to the power e minus 4. So minus 4, what kind of value it will give? Now you know that e to the power minus 4, minus I can use to reciprocal, this one, right? Use the, so what I can write down here? E to the power 4, 1 by e to the power 4. This minus I can use to reverse the e, exponential, right? We can write like this, you already know this one, right? So this is what? 2.18 to the power 4. This will be positive value, this is positive, this is positive. So obviously this also will be greater than 0. This looks like you will get negative, okay? But this is also positive value. Remember, this minus I can use, power minus means what? Always reciprocal, remember that, okay? So this I can use to reverse the value, that is 1 by e to the power. This becomes, can you see, when I brought this one downside, this become positive. If I want to bring upside, remember, if you want to change numerator and denominator position, if you want to check denominator, you want to make numerator, then remember its power always sign will change, okay? So if you want to bring again up, this plus will become minus, like that, okay? So this I can write in this form. So this is 2.18 to the power 4. So obviously this will be positive number, positive number, positive number. So for any x, that is for x belongs to R, f dash x is greater than 0. Can I write? Or if you want, you can write separately like this also. For x, if you want to write for x equal to 0, f dash x is greater than 0. Then for x greater than 0, f dash x is greater than 0. For x less than 0, f dash x greater than 0. Separately also you can write down. So for all x belongs to R, f dash x greater than 0. Therefore, function means the graph of this is increasing, okay, on R set of A, okay, for any value of x. On R it is increasing. Clear? So this was very basic question. Let's move to question number 3. 3 is quite interesting. You can see, show that the function given fx, so you can write down given fx equal to sine of x, okay. So in this case a you have to show increasing, so let me write down a only first, okay. So for a you have to show increasing on interval 0 to pi, means if I draw a graph here, okay, the previous one I didn't show you the graph, right? So you can see the graph of this one. I have typed here, you can see e to the power 2x, right, function. Now if I draw graph of this one, see carefully what kind of graph. So this is your graph, you can see. So here you might be seeing, we got for all x it is increasing, right? Now you think that it is 0 here, right? The graph is constant here, it should be neutral here, not increasing. But if you zoom in, see here carefully, it's not actually parallel to x-axis. You can see, if I zoom in, you can see it is increasing here, okay. If I zoom more, you can see here, if you keep on going here, you can you see the gap here? It is increasing actually, can see. So if I zoom out like this, it seems like it is parallel to x-axis or it is on the x-axis. Actually it is not on the x-axis, okay. It is increasing. In class 11 I told you, right, this is called asymptote. It is very close to x. Can you see? Very close to. If I keep on zooming here, and anywhere if I zoom in, there will be little gap. You can see here, if I keep on zooming this one, can you see the gap now? Yes. So it is everywhere, it is increasing. So it's impossible to draw a graph like this, right? Not impossible I will say, but very difficult. It will take lots of time. But see, with the help of derivative I can easily say that the graph is increasing, and you can see it's true. Everywhere it is increasing, okay. So the graph of that function will be increasing. So I hope you have understood here. Everywhere it is increasing, you can see, for all x, means on real number x, okay. For all x, you can see the function, that is graph of this function, it is increasing. So I hope you have understood now the basic idea of how to apply derivative in graph, okay. So without drawing graph, I have shown you that it will be, the graph will be increasing, it will go up and up, okay. Okay, so video is quite lengthy, so I will do this question number 3 on tomorrow's video, okay. Or you can try yourself also, find derivative of this one, and then what you have to do is, they have asked you this time not on all interval, you have to find only on 0 to pi by 2, only from 0 to pi by 2, from here to here, the graph of this function will increase or decrease, you have to find out, okay. So what you will do is, find out derivative of this one. Derivative of this is what? Cos x. Now this cos x, x for what I will take? 0 to pi by 2 I have to check only, right, whether this will be positive or negative. So 0 to pi by 2 you put any value here, okay, and try to find out whether it will be positive or negative. Any value you take it, okay. Suppose 0 to 90, that is 30 I will take, 30 degrees. So 30 degrees, it's cos 30 is what? Positive, right? So for x, let me do it only 0 to pi by 2, okay. For x belongs to this, it's a open interval right here. For x belongs to this, f dash x will be what? Greater than 0, right? Therefore for interval, for x belongs to 0 comma pi by 2, fx is increasing, okay. Fx is increasing here. Same way you find out for b, decreasing pi by 2 to 2, means the graph will increase, the graph will go like this here, okay. From pi by 2 to pi you have to find out, pi will be here, right, 180, this is 90, This is 180 degree, right? So between this you take any value and put it here and see whether it will give positive or negative value. Pi by 2 to 80, 180. You take any angle here between that, okay, and see whether it will be positive or negative. And you know that if you take 90 to 180 degree, you know if you take 90 to 180 degree means what? Second quadrant cos is negative. You will get negative value. So here it will be decreasing. Then for third one, from 0 to pi, what can you say? You can see we got graph something like this. Here increasing, here decreasing. Negative, right? We will get here, you will see that f dash x will be negative. From pi by 2 to pi, you take any value. That is, you take say how much you will take? You can take 120. 120, you know, right? Cos of 120, you find out what it will be. It will be negative value. You will see. What you can do, how you can solve this one? Cos 90 plus this will be 30. You know how to solve this one, right? We have done in class 11 this one. 90 plus 30 means which quadrant? Second quadrant, so negative. Cos of this is odd multiple of 90. So odd multiple of 90 means we know that this will change. Trigonometry ratio will change from cos to sine. So sine 30. Okay. So minus sine of 30. So whatever it is, this is positive, this is negative, sign is there. So the overall value will be negative, you know, right? So this is negative means the graph will decrease. So graph will be something like this. Okay. So from 0 to pi, what can you say? Neither increasing nor decreasing, we can say. Okay. You can see neither increasing nor decreasing means from 0 to pi f dash x you will get positive also, negative also. So I told you, right, this one before, only when it is positive also, negative also for some particular interval, we say that the graph is neither increasing nor decreasing. Means you can see here it is neither increasing nor decreasing properly. Okay. So if I show graph of this one, you can see it will be like this from 0 to pi. Okay. Okay, so you can see the graph of this one. I have typed already, right? Sine of x. Okay. Fx equal to sine of x, right? So now I will just draw the graph of this one. You can see this is 0 to pi. Can you see the graph? From 0 to pi by 2, the graph is increasing. From pi by 2 to pi, it is decreasing. Can you see? Without drawing graph, I have shown you that. Now in the graph also it is like that. So 0 to pi, it is neither increasing nor decreasing. So I hope you can understand. So overall, in all real number, if you see, it is something like this. Okay. Now they have not asked you for all real number. They have asked you only from 0 to pi. Okay. 0 to pi by 2 interval they have asked whether the graph will increase. This pi by 2 to pi they have asked. Then 0 to pi they have asked. Okay. So which we have answered here. So in the next video we will discuss more on this. Okay, so you can try some question from here. It's very simple and basic exercise, this one. Okay, now derivative application, actually it's very simple exercise, and one exercise is been reduced from your syllabus, that is your approximation. Okay, approximate, that is 6.4 we will not do. Okay, so I will give you idea on that one because you will need that one for future, right? So I will just give you idea, but exercise we are not going to do there. Okay, so if you want, you can try yourself those things. So 6.2, 6.3 and then 6.5 we will do only. Okay.